Hey Solution Team, this is Amber Heron coming on here live, just sharing a little bit about Leadership Conference. So thanks so much for joining me and just hearing a little bit about what Leadership Conference has meant for me personally, and also just being challenged on what it could mean for you this year. So if you aren't able to watch this live, totally okay. I'm just glad you're able to see the replay, and you can go ahead and comment #replay. But I just wanted to share a few things real quick, and hopefully that encourages you guys as you are considering going to Leadership Conference. So first of all, I'm going to just share a little bit about the difference between, well, my opinion of the difference between National Conference versus Leadership Conference, because I know when I attended National Conference, I wasn't really sure, what the difference would be between National and Leadership. And the way I see National Conference is that it gave me a bigger picture of the company as a whole, and just how big our mission is, how big of an impact our company is having, and a little bit of the part that I play as a consultant in sharing that impact and that mission throughout my area and where I have influence. Leadership Conference I feel like it takes it down from being more general to more specific. So it becomes specific to what is going on with me in my personal business and as I try to grow as a leader. So, sorry, there's a notification coming up and blocking my screen. Okay, so, anyway, so I see leadership creates it to become more specific to me in my business, whereas National Conference definitely has that impact as well, but it's an overall impact for the a bigger picture of the company as a whole. So first, I just wanted to share some specific things that I learned from Leadership Conference last year, and then how I implemented them in my business. And then I want to just touch on a couple of ways that the conference this year is going to impact you when you register. So first of all, one of the ways that Leadership Conference last year impacted my personal business was it gave me a bigger vision of what leadership looks like. So I was able to get a firsthand glimpse of just how the impact I would have as a leader can grow exponentially. I can have a greater impact for my family. I can have a greater impact for my customers, for my team, and then ultimately that spreads to the world. And so I was able to catch that bigger vision of what leadership looks like for me as a consultant. So whereas National Conference gave me a bigger vision of the company as a whole, Leadership Conference gave me a bigger vision of what it means to me to be a leader in this company, and how I could be that, okay? Another thing that I got out of Leadership Conference last year. So when I attended National Conference, I had a goal to promote. I really wanted to promote I was a TC at National Conference a year ago, so it had been 2019, and I had a goal to promote to sales leader. I really wanted to hit it by December. I did not meet that goal, by the way. And I did start off though with that goal of increasing the number of parties, and so I understood that whole numbers part, that I need to be in front of more people to get closer to achieving my goal. So I had that goal of promoting, but hey guys, thank you. You can embarrass me. I had that goal of promoting, but to be honest, I did not have an action plan really beyond increasing my parties to put that goal into place. And so I realized when I was at a Leadership Conference, that I was rarely offering the opportunity. I would be like, I'm not promoting. I don't know why no one will join me. And then when I actually had some self-reflection, I realized, hello? Are you asking people? And more often than not, the answer was no. So of course no one was joining my team because I never asked. And that was that might seem like silly and something simple, but that was a huge light bulb that went off for me. That I was like, I need to change that. I need to not continue this way, or, I'm going to continue to be on the same path I am on now. If I want to be on a different path, I need to change some things here. So I learned, leadership also helped me learn some new skills to actually do that, to follow that action plan of asking people. So one of the things that I heard about actually a number of different times was the online opportunity events. And so my team at Leadership Conference, I had just had one person join, so I think I was at 6 or 7. And then by the end of that month, I had, I think, 9. And so the very next month, I just tried out doing an online opportunity event with my little team. Nothing amazing happened from it at all, but it was a good chance for me to, first of all, put myself out there as a leader, to set the tone for those who were on my team at the time, and just to have confidence in myself and grow in those skills. And then our larger team, started doing them all together shortly, I think the month after that. My recruiter and I did one together the following month, and then our larger team then started doing them once that could be implemented with the plans for the larger team. And so we've been doing those on a monthly basis, and Leadership Conference was a huge part of, for me personally, setting that tone and helping to implement this, not just for my team, but eventually to even our larger team. And by the way, that's partly because our leaders are so amazing and so humble. And so I just think that's just shout out to you, Lindsay, for giving us a shot when we are still trying new things too. Another thing was, I shifted my vision from, when you're a sales consultant and even a team coordinator, I would say, you kind of might have more of your vision is a sales vision. You're after who's going to purchase a lot, or who's going to book a party and increase my sales. And so my vision shifted from a sales view to having on recruiting vision. And so I learned the value of the fact that having somebody join my team was way more beneficial for me than having them host or having them spend, $300, whatever, place a huge order. The better thing is for them to join me, and it's better for them, and it's better for me, and better for my team. And so I really had that shift in my mindset, and I became more emboldened to share. I had more confidence in sharing. I felt like I knew what to look for, what to say, and a lot of that came from examples that were given at Leadership Conference, and just testimonies of others and things that they have done and have succeeded with. So another thing Leadership Conference gave me specifically last year was, it gave me a mindset of re-promoting to team coordinator as often as possible. So when you hear someone say that, what they mean is that you're going to recruit 3 people and have them be engaged by the end of the month. That's what they mean when they say re-promote to TC every month, okay? And actually, just so you know, I didn't know that right away. It took me a minute to figure out what they were talking about. So that's why I'm explaining that. But I had that mindset of, okay, I'm going to try and re-promote myself to TC every month as much as possible. And so anyway, I was first motivated to do this because there was a special incentive going on for those who attended. And those of you who went, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They had this amazing video that they shared about being in a boat together and we're rowing in the same direction. I still love that video. It just gives me chills. I love it. It's great vision. But so they had this whole rollout of, we're all going to work on re-promoting to TC this month, and everyone who attends leadership and does that is going to have the opportunity to earn this special jacket, and they called it the Row the Boat jacket. So I like a good goal, and I wanted to go after it. I wanted to earn that jacket and be able to say I got it, not just for my own personal team building, but just to say I could do it. And so that really helped me shift my mindset. And I was very excited to be able to earn the jacket. And prior to that, I had never had 3 people join my team in the same month, let alone 3 people also be engaged and join my team in the same month. And so this was a huge mindset shift for me. You know, instead of, a month prior where I was like, no, why won't anyone join my team? What am I doing wrong? It shifted to, I can do this. Like, I did it and I can do it. So, there's a saying, success breeds success. So when you can be successful in something once or smaller, then you're more likely to be successful in the future. So that little jacket, which I ultimately, like, it is a nice jacket, but I don't really care that much about the jacket. It's like what it represents is what means the most to me. And so it shifted that mindset for me big time to really believe in myself. It showed me that I could achieve that goal. And if I did it that month, then why not the next month and the next month and the next month? And so then February came, and guess how many people I recruited in February? 0. I had none. So after I had my highest in January that I'd ever had to date, then in February I had nobody. But I did not let that get in the way. And so I'm happy to say after that, pretty much every single month following, I have met or exceeded that, except for I think 2, maybe 3. And so I've only had since then 1 month that I haven't had anybody join, and that was August. But all the other months I've had at least 2 people, usually 3 or more, join my team. And it's because of that shift in mindset. And so when you can shift your mindset and you can challenge yourself to do it, then you're more likely to continue doing it again and again and again and again. And guess what? Then you're passing that on to those around you as well. So I'll talk a little bit more about that at the end and how that impacts you. Another thing that I specifically learned was, this is a skill, so you guys can take this to the bank. I learned to end almost everything with a question. So this is like a really simple thing, but how many of you guys, you're writing to somebody who's a potential host or potential team member, and you end it with, well, let me know what you think, let me know when's a good time. That is not going to really get you anywhere. So I learned to shift that from, instead of let me know, to what do you think, or will that work for you? And so that puts the person on the other end in a position where they feel compelled to respond to me, and then I can take it to the next level and direct it where it needs to go, instead of it just kind of disappearing and then it turns into nothing. So that was a huge thing for me, as both just getting hosts as well as team members. The other thing that I specifically took away from leadership last year was that my relational connection with my customers and my hosts was strengthened. As I saw so many other leaders sharing their lives and their stories, I realized that it's okay for me to let go of perfection and be free to be myself. So I might not be a super dynamic personality like, so-and-so, or I might not be, the top team builder like so-and-so, or, whatever. I got out of that comparison thing and just said, you know what? I'm not going to be perfect. None of us are. I'm just going to be myself, and that's who I need to be. And I felt that freedom to do that. And honestly, this relational connection and being free to let go of the perfection really did lead to team building for me. I became really bold in planting those recruiting seeds. Let me know equals crickets exactly. I became really bold in planting those recruiting seeds, talking about the opportunity in every single party, more than once usually, with every single host I asked. I still do. And in my VIP group, I tried to mention it at least weekly, if not more, depending on if there's other things going on to incentivize joining. So I really just got to this point where I realized being real is greater than being perfect. And so I should just go for it and be myself. And that has helped people connect with me on a personal level, and me as well with them. And I cannot tell you how much that has impacted my business, both as, with my hosts, sales, and of course with my team members and team building. So that is huge. The other thing, this is something that wasn't from Leadership Conference, but it's actually a leadership lesson I learned from my husband. And this is maybe the one you want to write down. Like, it's a good one, okay? If you want to go to the next level in leadership, you need to start acting as though you're already there. whatever you want to become, start doing those things now. So if you're a consultant and you want to be a team coordinator, start doing what team coordinators do now. And if you don't know what that is, find some team coordinators who you respect and are watching their business grow and ask them. If you're a sales leader and you want to grow to executive sales leader, find out what's the difference? What is happening differently typically? Now, this isn't always true, but most of the time this is the case. So whatever you want to be, start doing that now. If you're just going to continue, going after the sales, for example, then you're not going to probably see that increase in hosts and team members because you're doing the same thing you've always been doing. If you want to do something, you want to go to new heights and do something different, you have to actually do something different. If you do the same thing that you always did, you get what you always got, right? So ask people, what are they doing? If you want to be a sales leader, which is what I really wanted to be because I wanted to unlock that BBB, find out what sales leaders do and start doing that. So for me, it meant like I need to have a team page and start acting like I am a team leader instead of feeling like I'm just, another sales consultant. I need to start actually training the people under me and modeling what I'm doing with them. I need to start encouraging others on my team to lead. So when I see them doing something great, like, hey, how are you having such amazing sales this month? Share it with all of us. Share with others. You got some bookings on your calendar for next month already? Awesome. Well, how did you do that? Can you pop on our team page and share what you did? And so that is now encouraging me to grow as a leader and to act as the next level that I want to be at, but it's also setting that mindset for those under me that they can start acting as leaders as well. You don't have to have the title to have the actions that title might have, okay? So if you want to grow, then start acting as though you're already there and doing those things that they do so that you can get there too. Hopefully that makes sense. And then above all, have a service mindset and be persistent. Lead by example. We're here to serve and care for others, and just be persistent in that. Don't give up and set that example, and you'll see results. So that's the things that I personally took away from leadership last year. But now I want to just take a few minutes and share how leadership this year can impact you, okay? So first of all, I just want to share a little bit of information from a survey Home Office did with new consultants and why they join. And you might be surprised to hear that people join because of the products. Well, maybe that's not surprising because we all love the products, right? I know it's like what got me here. People join because of the products, but also the desire to help others. And a lot of times this is a greater motivating factor in joining than even the income. So keeping that in mind, that people want to help others and create safe havens and promote the products because they love the products, let's look at who our speakers are. So one of the speakers is going to be, hopefully I say this right, Bruce Lanphier. And he did the Little Things documentary. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely check it out. It is very impactful. But he is an expert on how chemicals affect our bodies, and he's going to be sharing a lot of information about that. He and Amy are going to be working together, from what I understand, to talk more about that. And so as you educate yourself as a consultant and you learn about that more, then you can now pass that on to your hosts and your customers. And that is going to create opportunities for team building. Because as I said, according to our survey from new consultants, that is one of the primary reasons why people join. They want to share this important mission and help others. And so when you are able to highlight more and more why these products are needed and the impact that other products are having on people's health and the environment, then you're more likely to have people come alongside you as consultants as well. And then another one of the speakers is Shema Hyder, and she is an expert on digital marketing. So probably most of you are like me, and your business for right now has primarily shifted online. And so imagine the impact of hearing from an expert on digital marketing and how that can impact you as a sales consultant, as a leader, and all of that. So that is some huge stuff that you're going to be getting. Now, let's just get down to some of the fun stuff. Do you realize that when you register for Leadership Conference, you get 1,000 trip miles for registering? Hello? That is huge. 1,000 trip miles. You can just break it down month by month. It is not that hard to do. Thank you for the link there. And you get 1,000 trip miles, and that might be exactly what you need to just get you over that hump to earn your trip this year. You also have awesome giveaways. I mean, if you were at National Conference, you know firsthand, Norwex does not skimp on us for giveaways. They have some amazing, generous giveaways, and they will have some more at Leadership Conference. You never know what you're gonna win, whether it be like an amazing Visa gift card or some new technology gadget or whatever. They're so generous, so they're gonna have some awesome giveaways. You're also gonna get that special ordering opportunity, which usually, I don't know for sure because I'm not on the inside, but I'm kind of confident that there will be some kind of special discount for us who are at Leadership, because typically that's what they've done. So you get that special ordering opportunity. And the workshops are going to be available immediately this time. So you can watch them right away, whenever you want, as many times as you want. And I should also mention the date. It is going to be on January 9th from 10 to 5 p.m., 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And this is exciting. So maybe you're like, I work that day, I can't do it or whatever, I'm not going to register. No, don't do that. We have the replay available through January 25th. So you can watch it over and over again. If you can't get to it right away, you still have plenty of time to get to it and watch it. So the deadline to register is December 29th at noon Central Time. Now, I want to say to those of you who are not a TC yet, you might be like, oh, this all sounds awesome, but I'm not a TC, so forget it. Did I just share with you in January how I had 3 people join and get engaged all in 1 month, some of whom were at the very last minute? And I was not a super experienced, seasoned consultant when that happened. I had a goal in front of me and I went after it. And so you can do the same. Do not let the fact that you are not currently a TC yet keep you from going after this goal. And so I just want to say it is possible to do it in 1 month. We have more than 1 month. A lot of teams I know on our, the smaller teams that come down from the solution team are in Grow Motion and Promotion months this month, which naturally helps you to grow into the next phase of leadership, whether that be, TC or on up. So you should just go for it. You can do it. Set that goal and you will grow so much just by doing that. And you can still register. You don't have to be a TC today to register. The good news is that Norwex believes in you and your potential to grow as a leader, and they will allow you to register today. And if for some reason you don't hit that goal that you need to hit of TC by the end of December, they will generously refund you your registration fee. So there is absolutely nothing to lose. The registration fee can be covered by $200 in sales, the commission from that. So it's going to more than impact your business, that your business will be impacted way more than the $69 or whatever it is that you pay for registration. I promise you that, but you can certainly go after it, set that goal, and see what you end up accomplishing by doing that. So I just want to end with some stats on that home office has given us on those who attend conference and how it impacts you, okay? You are 7 times more productive. You are 11 times more likely to grow in team building, 11 times. And you are 16 times more likely to promote. Who out there wants to promote? Who wants to promote? I do. I know I do. I want to promote. And by attending conference alone, you are 16 times more likely to achieve that goal. So set your goals, set an action plan, get registered if you haven't done that already. Go after it, be bold, believe in yourself, and see what happens in your business in 2021. And I can't wait to see all the celebration on our Solution Team page when Dolores makes all her fun announcements of how our team is growing and, you know, blowing out goals out of the water and all that stuff. And I'm super excited to be a part of that with all of you guys. So I hope this has encouraged you guys and motivates you. And I'm excited to see what happens in 2021. You guys have a great day.